Let's begin taking a closer look at business analysis and what it is that we seek to accomplish, what process we follow, and so on. First, as a business analyst, we begin by determining a problem and identifying a business need. Oftentimes, this may already be done in some capacity for us. Perhaps we have noticed that there's a problem, or it's been brought to our attention by someone who might eventually become a project sponsor, or someone who is simply an upper-level executive within an organization. They've noted that there's an issue, there's been a call for action to take place, but before we can begin, we need a better idea of what precisely is going wrong, or, in a more positive sense, what opportunity might be available for us to leverage. In this case, we're going to compare our business goals and objectives to the current situation that we see. In doing so, we can help to identify where a gap might exist between what we want to accomplish and what we are accomplishing. Then we can dive deeper into that problem using tools like root cause analysis to try and get past the symptoms that we might see on the surface to better understand the underlying issue so that we don't just patch it, but instead we fix the issue for good. From there, we want to identify and recommend viable solutions that can meet these needs that we've identified. During this process, we're going to seek to speak with different stakeholders and subject matter experts, those who have a good idea of what it is that needs to be accomplished and how it might be able to be accomplished in order to solve this problem or meet this opportunity. In the next stage, we're going to elicit, document, and manage these stakeholder requirements in order to meet our business and project objectives. So first, we were able to come up with some of the potential viable solutions, and now we incorporate even more of that feedback into the mix to make sure that the solution that we recommend and move forward with meets the requirements of all of those people involved. This can include people who have to work directly with whatever the problem might be, or those who might be impacted by its solution, either while it's being implemented or by its end result. Once we've come to a consensus and we've been able to create a business case that proves that we should move forward with a solution, we can recommend this solution and then help to facilitate implementation of this product, service, or end result of whatever the program or project is that might be deployed as a result of the business analysis that we've done. After all, at the end of business analysis, we haven't actually solved the problem, but rather we've set the stage. We built a foundation on which a new initiative can begin to take place. A project can be chartered based on information first surfaced during business analysis. That project can then move forward to fix the underlying problem and to help address those underlying needs that were developed and identified during business analysis processes. Now, business analysis isn't necessarily only conducted by someone known as a business analyst. Of course, this can be the case, and there are full-time business analysts, especially in many larger organizations today. These full-time business analysts are exclusively focused on areas like discovery and analysis of information, investigating stakeholder needs, interviewing others and seeking their feedback, gaining an understanding of how the organization as a whole functions and how different processes might interrelate and impact one another. Also, determining underlying issues and identifying opportunities. In many cases, business analysts might be the first ones to identify a problem or opportunity in the first place. It might not come from a potential project sponsor or some sort of upper-level executive or someone on the front lines who's noticed that an issue might be impacting their work. Instead, the business analyst might be the first one to discover that this potential opportunity or area to address an underlying problem might exist. However, there are also a multitude of different part-time business analysts. Oftentimes, these sort of roles are conducted in addition to other responsibilities. In these cases, the business analyst might not be called a business analyst. They might be called a business architect, a business systems analyst, an enterprise analyst, systems analyst, process analyst, product manager, project manager, or requirements engineer, among other titles. In each of these cases, we're seeking to perhaps build processes or have a better understanding of how the business works or could work better. In the case of a product or project manager, they're directly responsible for making sure that certain objectives are completed and certain end results come about because of that work. In these cases, they might also be able to identify these needs and incorporate it into the product or the project that they're helping to manage so that those needs can be addressed. In any case, the business analyst's job is actually quite simple, and it gives us some understanding of the many different types of people that can conduct these sort of tasks. What a business analyst seeks to do at a fundamental level is to first understand what the present state is of either the organization as a whole or a certain subset that might be impacted by this problem or opportunity. They also need to be able to define the desired future state. Not only where are we, but where do we want to go, and why do we want to go there? Third, we then have to determine how to get there, tying these two together, having an understanding of what capabilities exist now, what capabilities need to exist in the future in order for us to get to that desired future state, and provide recommendations on the roadmap that we can follow in order to get from here to there.